man. Full warriors. Are we live on YouTube? Yeah, you are live.
Are we? I don't see it.
Yeah, right now. Okay. LinkedIn, messy again. It's like, come on. And let's wait for Facebook, and we are on. I want music. We need music. We really need music. You know, like some elevator music in the background. Zero response.
Sorry, I was writing on Facebook.
Sorry, I'm reading the GitHub issues right now.
Everyone is doing something
GitHub
else.
issues? Give us an in the meantime, walk through what you are watching on right now on GitHub.
I'm not watching anything. I'm just checking the issues for Twilio.
Okay, we should be live on YouTube and Facebook as well.
Nobody's wearing their welder caps.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know where mine is actually.
Marek will take his. No, I will take his.
No,
Yes.
please take it.
Always there's a quota. We always need to have at least one.
You are desperate.
Man, I don't know how this works. Are we live?
Yeah, I see us live everywhere. Not on Facebook, but other than that, yeah.
Yeah, but I cannot click on go live. It's grayed out. I'm not sure why. Turned off the setting to automatically go live. Shit, here. Okay, okay. Now we are going live on Facebook as well.
Perfect.
Perfect. Congratulations, you are live. Okay, so let's get started. Marek, can you go to the staircase? Yeah. Marek is having an interview with a developer right now, and I'm banishing him from this office so he does not.
He cannot speak.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here again in the afternoon of Friday here in Prague, at least. And let's get into the product update first. And we are always happy for any question. So if you have anything, just write it in any chat. We are checking all the chats. So write anywhere. We will be answering those questions. Marek is making noise. Okay, so this week we launched on Product Hunt. I think that's the biggest news. We launched our live studio on Product Hunt, and it was really epic. I enjoyed it as always. I enjoy these Product Hunt launches so much, but it's kind of a little launch for us. It's just launch of part one of our studio. Anyway, it's really nice to always have something on Product Hunt and having so many people pouring into the product and chatting with them and having new users out there and gathering all the feedback. Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah, it's always exciting. Like
Yep.
doesn't matter the numbers. Like it's always good. It's always like a nice rush, and always good to see more and more users. So yeah, I love Product Hunt launches. It's like my favorite thing. I was in heaven when we were doing them like every week.
Yeah, for me and Mark, it was quite simple. We didn't have to do anything, so I just watched the numbers. It was nice to have like the product ready before the launch, so you just like wait, sip coffee, and like you guys work basically. It was awesome.
The executive lifestyle, like
Exactly.
right, doing well.
So is it up already or?
Nice. And we have so many things, like actually so many, thanks to new users pouring in, there is like a lot of feedback, which is always amazing to learn from the feedback. So, and it's all, what is good to see that the feedback is like proving that what we are adding next into Live Studio is right, because people really want the universal comments on all platforms. And same as super easy way to start the streaming without streaming keys, just by connecting. So that's what we are also working next, connecting to the APIs of all the platforms. So it's even easier to go live than right now. having user management, so you can invite people and also kick them. You can see yourself when you are chatting with others. That's a feedback that I had as well this week. So right now in our dominant speaker layout, you only see yourself. You only see the other person you are speaking to, and it can be a little bit intimidating because you don't see yourself, so you are not sure how you actually look, and you are used to see yourself when you are doing meeting or calls online. So that's something we need to figure out, or like we will actually figure out with the user management. Higher level of customization, that's not so much needed, which is interesting, but I believe it will be really strong to have higher level of customization, being able to set outlines, being able to show names and change the style of the labels, being able maybe having a sandbox layout where you can drag and drop everything. That would be really cool. And also bug fixes. Right now, actually, there is a bug. If you use the Facebook meta layout, the layout where you display your presentation on the right, in the recording, it's actually reverted then in the stream, so it's over your face. I found that when I was using this layout to record the walkthrough video for Welder live, so that's pretty funny. So yeah, a lot of feedback. What guys? What's the feature you are looking for the most, actually?
Want to start, Freddy?
Yeah, sure. You mean like Welder Studio or entire just live streaming?
Yeah, Welder Studio right now. Welder Studio.
Well, of course, the editor. Like this is what I'm
Yeah,
spending.
sorry, streaming, live streaming. Sorry, my bad. Live streaming.
I think it's actually quite simple. I just want comments that can be displayed live into the YouTube video. You know, like I think this is the most important feature. Everything else is kind of secondary. At least, of course, like also the bugs. You know, like the meta layout bug. It's also important. But in terms of features, I would say comments, but also comments that can be actually displayed in the video. So maybe we don't have to read it. Like every time we get a new comment, we can just show it on the screen. It would be awesome.
Yeah, that's my favorite feature as well that I'm looking forward to. I think it's maybe even the most important because it's like kind of rewarding for the people watching, like seeing themselves on the screen. And it's like I've spent so much time on Twitch and I see like streamers have so many alerts, so many like pop-ups, so many like features to display the viewers to give them credit. And I think it's like super important for streaming. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. And also more customization, like headlines and stuff like that, just to keep it even more interactive and interesting to watch.
Yeah, for me the comments definitely interaction, like being able to have all the comments in one place. Right now it's not the best experience to have it on all over the platforms, and being able to pick the comment, highlight it, and respond to it is something that I'm looking forward really a lot. What about you, Marek? What's the feature that you are looking the most we are going to add into Live Studio?
I would like to see how many people are actually watching the stream, you know.
But nobody is watching you, so
Actually, right now we have. Yeah, it's impossible to tell, you know. Like,
it's a lot.
it's one person, it's 100. Like, who knows?
So count of the viewers from all the platforms.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
And then chat. Yeah.
I just noticed we have on Twitch we have Project Cars too as a streaming category.
Maybe it'll actually bring some people, you know. Yeah, that's fun because last time we streamed on Friday with Marek, we were like, because Marek bought he's a fan of riding cars, he loves it, so he bought a steering wheel for his for computer games, and we played it here. And we're like, hey, let's
it's not
be
games, it's simulator.
It's simulator, so it's not games, it's simulator. So we are like, hey, let's stream this as well and be real streamers, you know. So we started like Project Cars streaming, and then hacked the camera so it pointed at the computer because like, well, there is not the best tool for streaming games right now. And it was fun. Nobody watched it, but we enjoyed it.
I've been watching for a few minutes, but
yeah.
it was kind of boring.
If you speak, Mark, you have to be maybe a little bit closer to the mic, otherwise it will be like really far.
Or the mic can be closer to me.
Wait, didn't you have an interview with some developer or something?
Yeah, but it actually didn't happen because, like, I don't know if it was a problem on his end or my end, but he couldn't hear me. Like, I've tried everything, computer, phone, AirPods. He couldn't hear me.
Have you tried Welder?
No. But we schedule it for Monday.
Cool. So again, if you are watching right now, that's cool, and ask us any question you have regarding the live studio, what's next, how you can use it. If you don't know something, or something didn't work for you, or something worked super well, let us know, ask us anything. We'll be happy to answer those questions. And let's move on to the product update of this week regarding the text editor. And I thought that maybe it would be best if you could, Predrag, share your screen and show us what's the current state of the text editor, because you are working on how it looks like right now on the front end. So it'll be the best demonstration, and we can then chat about what we did this week and what we chatted about and discussed.
Yeah, sure. It should be actually working right now, so it should be fine.
Yeah, it's always like that. I was talking with other founders about this, and it's like whenever you are showing or demoing your tool, your product to someone, most likely someone important, it never works. Like you go. It happened to me so many times. Like you go, for example, like I don't know, to meet VC investors, and you are like, yeah, so blah blah blah. This is it, and now I will show you the tool, and you start the tool, and it's not working. You're like, it's just today, and like not always like this, you know. It's always like that.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
It's cool.
Also, Johanna, it would be great to tell me beforehand, that you want to do a presentation.
Yeah, I wanted to
Because-
send you the document, like the outline for the stream, but I forgot.
No,
Sorry.
it's fine. We managed in time. So yeah, so I can just do a quick walkthrough, basically what we have and what we are working on. And
Can you maybe change the aspect ratio of the window? Can you share just the window, the window, and skew it from the side so we can see all of it?
Yeah, it's not going to get better
Yeah,
because
it's working. Yeah, even more.
Let me just do it like this, maybe.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, it should be visible. So it's more. So yeah, basically this is what we are working on right now, guys, and it's kind of almost ready. And this is like the first showcase with actually the working editor, where you can, of course, play the video, jump through text. You can also select text by just clicking on some item, and we also have the basic implementation of cutting, where you can also select some text, do cut, and it will actually cut out the video, and you can also revert it. So basically, this is what we have now. If you check the design the week before, if you watch that stream, it's kind of almost working, and it's almost looking the same as in the design. So the progress is, I would say, quite good.
Nice, that's epic. And I would love to say hi to Danir. Hey, Danir, watching us, and Mai from Facebook. Hey, thanks for watching us. Yes, wow, nice. The delete, epic. So yeah, as Predrag said, this is what we are working on right now.
Yep.
The editor, you can keep it. You can keep it.
Keep it open, okay?
Dude, Johan,
1 minute.
What?
Johan, you're just taking the pace the past few days with the epic word. Your word count.
Yeah,
Your epic count is on
tune it down.
300 now.
I should tune it down. Yeah, it's true.
Actually, think you're doing it just to annoy me.
So, I have to tune it down. It's true. So I haven't seen it for a while. So it's good to see that the cut of text works right now. It's really cool. And yeah, it's cool. Nice progress, Predrag. What we are chatting actually this week is how to approach when you delete some part, because it's got, we discussed it yesterday, Predrag, if you remember. Because we are always optimizing to deliver, when we are building an MVP, we always optimize for delivering the solution to the problem as fast as possible. So it works kind of barely. There are things that are not perfect, but it's out there, so people can use it. We can gather feedback, because what can happen if you think too much about the product and try to create it, try to perfect it, that you have a lot of your imagination and you don't check it with the market, with the audience, and you actually spend too much time on building something that nobody actually needs. So to demonstrate that, we were chatting with Predrag what should happen in the timeline when you select some part of text and delete it. Because on the left, under the video, there is a timeline which you can see. And what will happen actually to that timeline when you select some part of text and delete it? Because in traditional tools, if you select some part and you delete it, it will just not be there. You can immediately see the length, how it changes of the video when you are editing it. But that's not actually simple. Like, there is a lot of work, how to say, like happening.
To recalculate the length of the video, re-render the timeline.
Exactly.
There's a lot of complexity.
Yeah, it's a lot of complexity to add. And
it's not super a lot of complexity, but like as Johan said, like we are always trying to do it as simple as possible. So
yeah, exactly. And for that reason, Product had a great idea that we will leave the timeline as it is. So it will always be in full length, but there will be just like red parts. I don't have the design yet, so I cannot show it to you, but there will be red parts on the timeline that are the deleted parts, because it's actually easy for us to do. And when we are doing a playback, it will just skip. And it also comes with a feature that you can easily see where you did the cuts.
Yeah, actually, like we were discussing this with Product yesterday, and I think like maybe from the UX perspective, it can be even better. Like, let's see.
Yeah,
it's the simpler solution, and maybe it will be even better.
I mean, it actually sounds better, I think, like having it on the timeline red instead of just
exactly.
It
and it's fun because the other way around would be to cut these parts, resize the timeline, do a lot of logic behind that. And if we weren't focused on speed and delivering this tool really fast, we wouldn't even think about it. We would do it the harder way, and then maybe it would even be not so user friendly as this solution. So this is just quite interesting, I think, to maybe for people who are watching us right now or who are interested in product development, how this is actually happening. And then also, this comes with the downside as well, because sometimes we want some feature to be really cool, really not epic, amazing, but we decide to make it really quick, make it fast, and it doesn't work the proper way in the user experience terms. But we really optimize to get it out and learn from the users, from the feedback, and from what they tell us. And if so, we will do it like this. And if in the first month of this being released, the user feedback will be like, hey, this is really like annoying me because I don't know, I need to know the time of the final video or something like that. We will work on making it better.
Like what's actually quite cool is that like we are actually users of our product. So I think the first like biggest experience we will have and feedback will be from us.
Yeah.
I think I noticed that when Johan was talking about the dominant view, when you don't actually see yourself in your token. I noticed that when we were streaming for the first time, I thought it was kind of weird, and it's happening to me right now as well. I feel like I'm not talking at all, or I don't know how I look. Actually, like when I'm looking into Welder Studio or into the live studio, I want to like see. Thank you. I want to see exactly like how the stream looks when I'm talking. If you know what I mean. Like right now, I don't see what's actually being streamed.
Yeah.
But when you're talking, I see what's being streamed. Like it's kind of weird experience right now.
Yeah. Really working on that.
We have a question by Daner. He's asking about transcriptions. He's asking if the audio to text transcriptions are also available in other languages.
Good question, Predrag.
Right now, we only have English, basically. In the future, once we switch our providers, we may have something else. But for now, it's English only.
It is actually even more important right now because we are really building the experience from start to end, from streaming to the text-based editor, which is based on understanding and transcribing your language. So right now, this whole flow will only work for English-speaking content, English-spoken-based content. So it's even more important. So I believe we will add new languages hopefully soon, but not sure what's the timeline. Another question, overlays possible from Aditya. Aditya, I'm not sure if I'm reading it right. I'm sorry. Yes, overlays are possible. As you can see, I prepared some for this show, so I can do overlay like this. This is our topic we'll be going through later, or like this, or like this. You can do anything. Like just prepare the overlay as PNG in full HD size, transparent background, and you can do whatever you want and upload it. So yeah, possible. Lifetime deal, please. We don't know about lifetime deal. We were chatting about it actually recently. We are thinking about it, and we don't know yet. We might do it. We might not do it. So let's see. All right. Any other question? Question on LinkedIn? Nobody on LinkedIn? Nobody? Might
Two
go off
people on LinkedIn, but yeah, it's just delayed again. It's like we
Guys,
are not
LinkedIn-
on LinkedIn. Predrag is not even sharing the screen yet.
Man, LinkedIn is wild. LinkedIn is fucking wild. Okay, maybe Prerak. I would love to hear, and you can maybe turn off the screen right now. I would love to hear what was the biggest challenge this week when you were working on this editor.
So basically, the entire thing I worked on this week was actually just the deleting of the sections mainly. So there is like no other challenge than this one. It was quite challenging because the developer has to work on the, I would say, like lower end devices. Not just the latest MacBooks. And for example, if you render like 50,000 words in the browser and you want to delete some of them, it takes like considerable amount of stuff that needs to happen to basically just hide a few words. So most of the time, I would not most of the time, but most challenging time was like ensuring that we can do this like in less than half a second on slower PCs and stuff like that to make it fast. Basically, the experience should be that you will select a piece of text, you will click on cut, and it will instantly like show the cut, and you can just keep going. You can keep going fast. It should not like lag the PC and like take 1 second to display the red box, basically. So this is what I'm working on right now. As you guys saw in screen share, I think it was successful. It basically takes around 20 milliseconds to hide the text.
And it's actually really cool because it's true. Traditional video editors, you really need a powerful computer to run it and to be
exactly.
real time and to do the replay real time. And having all of this in browser and also based on text, it seems like this, but what's happening behind, and so it works like really quickly and seamlessly. That's cool, and it's cool where we are right now. Like taking 10 years ago or 20 years ago, this would be completely impossible. It would be so hard.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that you can take like your 10-year-old notebook and basically edit video on Veldre, and it will be as fast as your MacBooks. Like we do most of our stuff on servers, and then it's optimized to not lag the UI, so it's always fast, which I think is good. It's a good
So
feature.
we are actually saving not only time, like money in terms of time, but we are also saving money in terms of equipment.
And electricity.
Wow!
Saving the planet.
I feel like Elon Musk right now.
We have some questions. I love questions.
I love question as well.
Should I read? I'm gonna read from you.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So a question from Desero. Sorry if I'm like butchering your name. How about the ability to drag and drop sources into different places to have a certain order? Is this? I'm not sure if I understand. Do you guys understand?
Yeah, I think I understand. Basically, once you have like one big video file, he's asking for ability to add like intro, outro, or maybe like transition in the middle and stuff like that. And we did talk about this a lot. And I think we even have some UI ready where you can add a recording part to already existing like editor instance, editor object basically. So this is something that will be probably possible in the future, not right now. And we may also offer easy export to some other editor tools or maybe for download to Final Cut. So Veldre is basically designed to be really simple for cutting and exporting sections. And we may add some basic functionality to add some transitions or intros, outros. But the way it is done, that you do basic stuff in Veldre, and then if you want a lot more control, you just go to more traditional video editor, basically, where if you wanted to actually time the transitions, do the animation, stuff like that will probably not be in our editor, at least for foreseeable future. But for simple stuff where you already have completed video, you will be able to add it to existing recording.
Yeah, this is real. I believe that the functionality to add intro and maybe even outro is crucial for content. Because if you are doing YouTube videos and you want to boost your watch time, it's crucial for your first 10 seconds to be like the best 10 seconds ever, to explain what will happen in the video, what will be the value you will give to your users. And that can happen two ways. Either you will, after recording, so we are doing right now the live stream, and after live stream, you will, or I will just record intro, what we are talking about, to make it really attractive to new watchers, to new viewers, or I can take apart from the whole video. Like for example, Gary Vaynerchuk does that a lot, or his team does that a lot. They take the best 30 seconds, 20 seconds of the video and they put it on the start. So it again making it more attractive for the new viewers. This is crucial. So I believe we have to have a way to put it to upload a new source, new video file and put it up front, or to select the part and set it as intro. We are chatting about it with Marek. Actually, it should not be so hard.
Yeah, like, this is not a really complicated thing.
Good
No,
question. Good question.
I mean,
Yeah.
like we want to cover like the basic functionality for the content production of like ourselves, and this is definitely something we need for us.
Question from the same person. The ability to show comments on screen. Yes, we actually talked about this a few minutes before. That it's probably our favorite feature to streaming that we want to add quite soon. So yeah, that's definitely coming. We love how much more interactivity it brings.
Definitely. And people really want lifetime deal. Again, I'm really not sure we are going to do that. We'll see. Okay, we talk about this. Marek, now it's your time.
Yeah, like basically, I'm making the API for.
Make it exciting.
It's not really exciting at all. Like it's just an API. It's like I'm doing some basic refactoring of the old code, and like it's going pretty well. Maybe I'm gonna have it finished by today if I'm here like to really late hours, and then I'm gonna move to something which is
And
much
if you-
more interesting, and that's gonna be hiring.
Okay. And if you can walk me through, because I know what it means that you do API, but if you want, like, explain what does it mean that you do API and why you do it right now, and how it, for example, enables SpreadRuck. It might be interesting for the viewers right now. Just really quickly to outline what does it mean.
Yeah, so basically, like this video editor is doing like the heavy lifting on the backend. So on the front end, you see like the video, you see the transcript. You, for example, select some part, you cut it out, select some other part, you want to export it, and it will basically tell the server to like take the video, cut it, and give it to me. Export, download, export somewhere else. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Like there's a little challenge with making it really fast because we don't want our users to wait like 20 minutes to have the video exported. So we need to do some little rework in the backend, but it's not gonna be super complicated.
Cool.
It's actually quite nice to work on something like simpler than streaming.
Yeah.
It was like super hard for one person.
It's not simple, but I get in what terms you mean simple. Like it's simple for experienced programmer because it's work that you know what you need to do to make it happen. But with streaming, it was like more of exploration, giving it a try. It didn't work, finding another way, finding a workaround, finding a quick fix. And this is more like, okay, I just need to make this happen.
Yeah, and what's cool is that like cool for me maybe is like this feature is much more heavier on the front end side. So for me, like if I miss like the deadline by like 1 or 2 days, like nothing really happens. So that's cool.
Wow, you didn't just say that, man.
You didn't say
Oh,
that.
I've actually gave myself like pretty like hard deadline because I want to focus on hiring next week. But like if I'm not gonna make it on Friday, like nothing happens.
Nice. Cool. And let's move to the design a little bit. The challenge right now for Welder is to figure out how to separate all the different tools we have right now. The legacy tool, the local recording, which is we are not focusing on that right now, but we can see still a high demand for it, and most of the demand is for the local recording, and it's still a powerful tool for pre-recorded content. And the new studio, and how to combine all of this so users can understand it easily, because right now it's like users are coming and are confused that we say you get separate tracks for all the recordings in high quality, but then when you use Live Studio, you don't get that actually, because there's features of Live Studio So how to explain this in the app so it's really easy to understand without giving it tries, without watching videos. And yeah, that's quite a challenge, as well as the whole user experience of Welder Studio, because like we are still figuring out how to take the users from this view, which is the view of the Welder Studio, the Live Studio, to the editor really easily to understand, so the users understand what they do next to make their content and to repurpose their content. So that's on the design side. But I haven't been working on that this week much because I was focusing on the growth, on organic the growth, making our community stronger, working with Alex on Product Hunt. And also Alex was sick, so it was a bit slower week for us, but still good. We are still growing in users. We are having more and more signups every day, which is amazing, and I'm so happy for it. Again, if you have any questions, ask us right now. It's the best time to do it.
Well, the trick with urgency, man. It's like you have to ask now, or you will never get the
But
chance
actually
again.
now on LinkedIn, it's like next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sign up now.
Because like if I'm speaking right now on LinkedIn, if you ask the questions now, which is in past for you because you watch it, we might already be off. So really ask now if you are on LinkedIn. All right. Do we have like Twitch? Is it active or not at all?
No, the only comment on Twitch is some spam. If we want to become famous, we should buy followers and viewers on bigfollows.com.
Yeah, I have seen that actually.
And I just gave them a big shout out.
Actually,
there, guys.
using IRC protocol for the chat, so it's like super simple to spam over there.
Can you
Yeah, but
elaborate?
usually like every Twitch stream has like five mods that would like instantly timeout it or something.
Yeah.
But for us, it's just staying there the whole
We are
time.
actually only spamming, I think, like someone who's streaming and doesn't have like that many views.
Yep. You also have like a R9K mode on Twitch, which means you can't like send duplicate messages. Also, you have a slow mode, which means you can only send like one message per a minute or whatever time you set. So there's a lot of features to like fight spam. Or, okay, no, I'm not gonna keep going. It's not that interesting.
De Cero. Again, I'm probably fucking up your name. I'm sorry.
I think we both fucked it up.
How do you guys compare to StreamYard? How are you better? That's a good question. That's a challenge. Right now, in terms of features, we have a little bit less features than StreamYard, but we allow you or our users on a free plan to go live to multiple locations in full HD. So, and getting that recording in full HD unlimited. And also, we don't lock the features like changing background, changing overlay in free plan. So you can do a lot more customization, the basic customization, and you can get much better looking stream on the free plan and recording. So if you are not only in for the streaming, but if you are in for content in general and you care about repurposing your content, Welder is better for you right now. And then we don't exactly want to be competitor to StreamYard because StreamYard is really doubling down on streaming and we are doubling down on content creation. That's why we are doing the text editor and the whole repurposing thing. So this is just part one, and we will make this part really competitive to StreamYard and Restream with adding multiple chats, adding more platforms, adding user management, adding much more customization. So you won't feel the difference there, in my opinion, soon. But in Welder, you will also have the text, the video editor, so you can edit your content right after you end the streaming by the text, which is what Predrag showed. Maybe you can show it again quickly, Predrag, if you want. And there is also repurposing, which is super strong. So, for example, and I wanted to talk about this, what we want to do to help us and our content grow, which is what Alex will be doing next week, is taking these streams and cutting them into smaller pieces. So right now this stream is cool because we have live comments, we can interact with people. But if you put this whole stream on YouTube, it will probably die. But if you take the stream and you take the topics, the main topics, and you cut them into pieces, which you can build around a specific topic that people can search on YouTube or on Spotify or on your LinkedIn. For example, when Marek were talking about like what's actually API and what is he doing, that can be cut in smaller part, like 5 minutes, and put on YouTube, and we can get much more viewers and audience on that. And we will not stop there. We'll also do micro content, so taking 30 seconds funny pieces that happened on the streams, or something smart said, or something that's describing what will happen in Weller Studio. We'll cut them out, subtitle them, put them into different aspect ratios, and put them on social media. So again, we get another channels of attention. And all of this will be possible in the Weller Studio, and that's where we will be different to StreamYard and Restream and all these platforms.
Yeah, just imagine the power of you having like the logo, your own logo instead of a Welder one on top right, and then you like repurpose the content to I don't know how many platforms, I don't know how many formats, and just like always alive. It just doesn't die with the live broadcast. So yeah, doing all this in one tool, I think, yeah, I'm so much looking forward to it. It's gonna be great, I think.
I really believe and I was actually discussing this today as well. We are building this tool for, and I will maybe get into it right after we do. I have it as a topic actually, so I will get into it. Okay, growth. I wanted to chat about growth, Alex, this week really quickly. I'm really happy to see that more and more people are using live, and it's cool to actually see someone streaming live in some Facebook group, and other people streaming through our live studio to some Facebook group, and seeing people watching the stream. It's really satisfying. That's the best feeling when you build products, to see someone really using it.
Yeah, it's rewarding. Like even with the legacy part, the local recording was nice, but it wasn't that often that you like came across it, across the actual video they made with it. So right now I think,
or you didn't know that they made it with Welder, because
yeah, because there was like no way to tell.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is gonna be rewarding, seeing the streams like everywhere, hopefully.
We are working a lot on organic growth, so building new landing pages, researching SEO, being in communities, on Quora, on Reddit, releasing our tool. So like that is really strong for us right now, and I believe it will be like the organic growth will be exponential with the live stream solution, because people will be actually streaming with Welder a lot. Other people will be watching it, and they might be asking, "What do you use for streaming?" So I'm looking forward to that as well. Yeah. Do you guys have anything else you want to share from this week before we move into 2 topics I prepared?
I wish my week was more interesting. I was mostly in my bed. Like, not because I'm lazy, but I was sick.
It's like you being in a bed is not interesting.
I don't know. You tell me. I'm sure.
What the fuck? Okay.
I'm blushing.
Okay,
let's move on.
Let's move to the first topic I prepared. What's the difference between local studio and live studio? I can realize people are asking me this in emails. They are asking it even in chats. So and they are not exactly. And I see it on support as well. It's not exactly clear right now. So maybe we can make it more clear. We can use this piece of content to also repurpose it on social media. Alex, do you want to take it? Predrag, you want to take it?
I think you can do it, man. You're the product guy. You should explain it.
I can
I
do
have
it
a question. Like, why this S is small and this one is big?
because the live studio is more epic.
Yeah, epic, really.
Dude is just addicted to that word now.
Yeah, maybe I can explain like
Let's go.
really simply. Local studio is like for recording locally, the webcam output of each participant of the call
Separately.
separately and locally. and uploading it like during the call and even after the call, so you have like the most possible quality. And
It's for pre-recorded content.
yeah, it's made like for pre-recorded content. It's not streaming at all. Like there's no possibility to stream it live. And like it's basically meant for people who have like more complicated production. For example, podcasting studios or some marketing agencies. And Live Studio is actually made mostly for live produced streamed content. You don't yet have like separate tracks for each participant, but on the other hand, it's much more reliable, I would say. It's much more simple to work with, and you also get a recording after finishing the session, so you can still like repurpose and use your content for whatever needs
Yeah,
to be.
it just records like the whole thing.
We are actually
whole call.
doubling down on Live Studio, I would say. Like it's what we believe is the right solution to the problem of creating content for people who do business, who wants to share, their stories, but don't want to spend too much on the production.
Yeah, it's like you said that the quality. If you want to go for the best possible quality, the local studio is there for you, and it's true. But I also believe, and that's what we thought in the beginning as well, is that the quality is super important. Like you build that if you are building a podcast or you're thinking about content, you're like it needs to be the best possible quality, and it's true. But it should not be the number one problem you are solving with that, because like if you are really passionate about podcasting and you love podcasting and you love the great sound and you are like audiophile, it's the tool for you. But if you are doing podcasts to share stories with other people, if you do it to grow your business, to get more attention, there is so much more happening to make a great podcast, from storytelling, having the good ideas, being good interviewer, making great show, then recording it, but then doing the post-production, doing the repurposing, putting it onto the all media, like leveraging YouTube, leveraging Spotify, leveraging iTunes, leveraging LinkedIn, leveraging TikTok. There's so much that needs to happen. And like if it's, and most importantly, if it's not really making you a living, you cannot spend your whole week on it, because you will die of starving. Simple. It's simple. So that's why we really believe that the Well Studio, where you record live and you produce everything live, is the great solution. And also the quality, if your internet is decent and it's not super shitty, will be comparable with what you get from the local studio, from local recording. Like if you don't have 4K camera and the best ever microphone, and I also think like 90% of your listeners or your viewers won't be able to tell the difference, but you will save a lot of time, and I mean a lot of time, doing the post-production, putting the videos together, mixing the audios and everything, like making it in sync. So that's why we are doubling down on Live Studio, and that's the difference between local studio and Live Studio.
Yeah, like we still love local studio. Right now it sounds like we gave up on it and we don't like it, so we went to Live Studio. But it's like for different kind of people, for more like niche audience, I would say.
I can even imagine like the end game in the like not very like in a far future, having local recording of separate tracks integrated in the Live Studio would be awesome.
Yeah, but really, I would define it as local studio is more of a professional tool if you have the hardware and the gear to use it, But if you just have a MacBook webcams, it's much, much better and easier to use studio. So it's kind of the thing where you will know if you need local studio, basically, because you already have the gear. It's kind of, like it's more business oriented, it's more professional, it's for TV and media companies, and it's not really for one-time creator who just started with his podcast, or for a business person. That's how I would find it as a target group.
Yeah,
like if you fit the profile.
And the post-production difference is also like massive, because
exactly.
if you you can have the best cameras, you can record with local studio, you get separate tracks, and then you spend so much time post-producing it. So that's why I initially wanted to have stitching, like super simple stitching in local studio. But right now, if you do everything from Live Studio, you sacrifice I would say like a little bit of maybe video and audio quality to have like the whole flow of content creation covered for you. So I think it's much better.
Nice.
That's what we found out after just a few months with Welder, with the local recording, that the quality is important for some people, but for most of the people it's more about recording it simply and then having easy post-production, which wasn't available with local studio.
Yeah, I know many podcasters will kill me for this, but the quality, it cannot be shit. It cannot be shit. It's gonna be pixelated. The sound cannot like hurt your ears. But if your quality is decent, is good, not perfect, but good, it's good, and that's it. Like you don't need more.
80-20 rule, you know.
Yeah, 80-20 rule, exactly. And you
Yeah.
don't need like most likely you don't need, and you can see it on the like highest podcasters or people who really have a lot of viewers. They are still stuck with Zoom, and they don't need to change because like it's shit. It sounds like shit, but it's most reliable solution for them, most easy solution to use for them, and they don't have the urge to change it because like it's okay. It's actually okay. It should be better, but it's okay. So if your podcast is not sounding like shit, which is most likely to happen on Zoom, but if it's decent, which will happen on Live Studio because we use much higher bandwidth, that's it. You don't need more, and you should save the time on post-production and put it into repurposing your content.
Yeah, if you're really not like a professional podcaster or a professional podcast studio, there's I think certain threshold for quality that you need to like get over, and then all you have to care about is your content, your distribution, and everything else. Like, because I don't think if podcasting is just another like marketing like box to take, you don't have to care about quality as much. It just needs to be okay, as Johan said, and then you have to care about the other stuff, which is what Live Studio brings you.
Can kill your content, but great video audio quality won't make it like.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Well said.
That's well
Mark,
said. Yeah.
Always. Cool. So we are moving to the last question, and this is the time for you to ask the last question. We are moving to the last topic. So if you have any question, ask it now so we can answer it. And let's go. Let's move into it. This is something I was thinking yesterday, actually, guys. When I was falling asleep, and I was talking about it with Marek today, that I really think Welder Studio we can target a lot of co-founders, and I was thinking that really every co-founder should use Welder Studio, and here is why. I really believe that every co-founder, like every founder, every starting company, if it's digital product, if it's local-based fashion product, if it's coffee shop, if it's whatever, you should do content in these days. You should be out there, you should stream, you should show your face, because there are so many brands right now, and you need to stick out a little bit. You need to make the audience connect with you, trust you, like your personality. And most importantly, in the early days, because you are building the core fans, you are building the core user base that will then share the word about you. And that's actually really strong, combined with organic channels of growth. But it's hard. Like producing content as a founder is hard because you have so many things to care about. The core business, how to make it work, how to make the accounting work. There is so much. But if you have a co-founder or you have a team member, you probably talk with them a lot about the business and how it should be done, what can be made better, what you can improve, and more. And I believe that you just sharing or streaming or recording these conversations once a week publicly is a great way to let people connect with you and your brand. So I really believe, and Welder Studio is made for that. It's made for us. Like, we think this is the right thing to do, and we are making the tool for us to make it happen, to be able each week to sit on Friday for 1 hour, chat actually together about things we would chat otherwise probably, and share it with others and let others ask questions, use it, and repurpose this content. So yeah, this is what I think. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think?
I think it's a good idea.
I think, like what I said to Johan is that I believe like there's not enough business founders to actually make this like the target group to make the product growth. But I believe it could be like, first point is that we actually built the tool for us and we are business founders, so it should be the target group for which it should work the most. Also, I believe that most of the people who are like digital business founders should make content like this. It's gonna bring them a lot of value. And third, I think these people can be very vocal about Welder and can help us to grow into other target audiences, which are actually going to make us a living.
Yeah, the last point I think is really strong. You are giving smart, creative, driven, and energetic people a tool to create something.
Yeah.
So they might be really vocal about it as well. And I there's so much. There's like for the Welder Studio, and also if you take the two separately, like the video editor and the live studio, there are many target audiences that will leverage it, and video is growing as hell in last year, and it's insane. But I believe it's an interesting niche. We would be able to pull it off, I believe, if we really committed to that. Like just targeting co-founders, and just being like, hey, every co-founder should do this. But maybe you are right. It was just in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not against that actually. Like, I think it's a pretty smart idea. Like, but we shouldn't spend like super a lot of time, on this, because I mean, like, the growth for the tool should be so strong that this audience would be like very little.
Yeah, that's true. That's
To
true.
the whole,
And there are different approaches to growth as well. And right now we use a bit different strategy, so it doesn't make sense. But
yeah, but I think it would make a lot of sense to make this like a special target audience
Yeah.
for us, which we will use to gather a lot of feedback, and promote the tool. I think that would make a lot of sense.
true.
Yeah, I would say you can pretty much replace the word co-founder with like a marketer in a small business. Like imagine us being a team of 4 and having only one guy being responsible for the whole content, like marketing. You can just replace the word and it will be the same, because it's really aimed for people that want to create content but want to have it as easy and simple as possible, and ideally cover the whole flow with like one tool. So I think it's like just the wording. I don't think it has to be co-founder necessarily. But if you have only like 2 people, yeah, sure, you can say co-founder, but it could be like a
Actually,
marketer
why
as
I
well.
think co-founders are like special in this regard is that because we are building the tool by our experience and we are actually co-founders. So I think there's gonna be something special about this target audience.
At least for us.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah,
who we are.
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. I think that's it. Yeah, what I'm seeing right now as well is that we need to, and that's to you, brother, like this layout, we can still stretch every video a few percent, like in size, because it will fill the space a bit better. We have white space on the top and bottom as well as on the sides.
Yeah, it can be done.
Like just taking the full HD resolution, dividing it by 4.
Yeah, I mean, we will do it the other way, but yeah, good idea.
Designers telling developers how to do their job.
Johan, would you hate it design wise if it was like inverted, like 1 video on the top and 2 at the bottom? So you would have like top left and top right corner for some logos and overlays and stuff.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Wouldn't it be nicer?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Yeah, I'm asking you because you're a designer, but yeah.
It's a good question, and I don't have an answer.
I don't know the answer. I am trying to imagine it, and yeah, maybe it will be weird, like to have the one person on top and then 2 below. Like it's normally like people stack things on websites and in real life, like from top to bottom. So that's what they are used to.
But
So
it would look more like a pyramid,
Yeah, but like
I think it would look good, actually.
I think so as well. And if you imagine the logo at the top right, it would look better there. Like if
it
it
would
was
look
only
a
one
bit
camera at the top.
weird. It would look a bit weirder but it works for the sake of like your background and using the space around and everything. So it might make sense. Cool. So no questions. I think we can end it right now, or
We can start gaming and stream that.
you can finally go to play the Project Cars. We are all already saying everyone on Twitch, like, because our stream on Twitch is named Project Cars by mistake.
By mistake, that still wasn't fixed, even though I told you like 15 minutes ago.
I don't have time to do it right now. I need to focus on the
know.
streaming. Yeah. I was just thinking that we might share how was our week in terms of not only work, but in general, but not sure if you want to do that, guys.
Yeah, for me it was pretty, yeah, well, you
I
know.
don't remember actually.
Yeah, me too. I worked, so my week was work. So
So much sadness in life. It's like one
I
is like,
think-
mine was bad. I don't remember.
No,
I was
actually-
only working.
Actually, yesterday.
but I'm happy. Like I'm
this-
not
this is
unhappy
a
about
lie.
that.
This is how life looks like when you are building digital products.
Yeah, actually, yesterday I went to sleep like pretty early, and I was like falling asleep and thinking, and I was like, today I only went to work, then I was working, then I went back and went to sleep, and I was actually quite happy about it. I was like, yeah, it was actually quite a nice day.
Marek the simple man. Yeah, but okay, yeah. Rakesh, I see your question, and we will answer it soon. Let's just finish with this. Yeah, I also had like I'm trying to really focus more on the work and get into a routine and everything, and it also feels good. It's like it's not so wild. It's going fast, but I feel good. Yeah. Rakesh is having a question: which media server you are using in the backend?
That's actually quite an interesting question. Right now, none, because we had some problem with audio desync, which actually wasn't caused by the media server. I think we've used SRS, which is some kind of project I found on Google. It got 80,000 stars, and it worked pretty well. And then we also used Nginx just for the restreaming of the RTMP stream. But we have dropped everything like this to make it more simple and reliable. But good question.
Good question, man. We are happy for those questions. It's cool to see that actually Facebook has the best UI for streaming. Like every other platform is shit. Like This is showing you the bitrate of the video, frame rate, and audio.
That's
so good
cool.
to see.
That's actually quite cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like YouTube is quite good, but it doesn't not showing you this information, and LinkedIn is complete shit.
Twitch is not bad, but
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook looks better.
Yeah, it makes sense, I guess, because Facebook like really went into streaming in the past few years.
Yeah, that's true.
And LinkedIn, that's like, by all means, the worst.
Yeah, that's so bad.
Yeah, I don't get it.
LinkedIn is doing so bad, but there's so much potential, like for events, and it's happening there a lot. But I can see like why people are using other platforms to siphon the audience from LinkedIn too for live events and everything, because like LinkedIn live streaming is shit. Like
Yeah, but
I hope like the LinkedIn team actually starts working on the streaming, and starts to fix their issues. But
imagine we are so influential that someone from LinkedIn right now is like, these guys.
or
shit,
maybe
guys.
they could check like 10,000 other streams that are delayed by 5 minutes. It would also help.
Maybe. We can just
Yeah,
watch
but
the data.
that's what I actually wanted to say. I was watching a few LinkedIn streams like in the past, and it was always they were reacting to the comments like immediately. So maybe it's our issue. Like it wasn't delayed, or maybe just like
it's
20
good
seconds.
enough.
Is it maybe because of the multi-stream?
I think the problem with LinkedIn is that they want like much lower bandwidth, but right now we don't encode the video and other bandwidths. So that's something we have to really dive into to see.
Cool.
That's why we are hiring to make everything much more fast.
How many
Exactly.
people
Okay.
are we hiring, by the way?
Yeah, let's do this. I will switch to the minute live so we can reuse it. Marek, we are hiring.
Yeah, right now we are looking for two very talented senior developers who wants to have a lot of fun with us building great digital products.
It sounds really weird. We actually want
I
them to
mean, we
work.
are actually looking for someone who wants to have fun. We are not looking for someone who just wants to, sit behind his computer from 9 to 5. Like we are looking for people who want to build things and to make something really exciting. And to be more specific, we are looking for a senior backend engineer who's focused on Django and have at least 5 years of experience. Also, he should be experienced like with the whole backend stack, so setting up server, working with Docker, all these kind of stuff. And we are actually also looking for a front-end developer, also senior, also at least 5 years experience, who's focused on React. So if you know someone, or we are also looking for full stack developers who has experience with both technologies. That's also possible. If you know someone, like make sure to let us know, because like we have some rewards for people who connect us with someone.
But you should mostly like to have fun.
Yeah, so if you want to have fun with us,
Yeah, exactly.
5 years,
No.
5 years of fun
Actually, I
experience.
can see that on calls. I had like a few calls with few people, and they are not bad by any means, but I have a feeling like they are not the kind of people we are looking for.
yeah, we are. It's quite true. We look for someone who is experienced, which means they believe in themselves, which means they are looking for something exciting, something challenging, because we really try to move as fast as possible, focusing on like really connecting the product and product thinking with the development. So we deliver stuff like smart and stuff that solve real problems really fast, and having fun with it. And that means you need to have the experience and you have to be up for the challenge. But really big things are ahead of us. We'll be announcing something really amazing pretty soon. So if you are interested more to hear about it, definitely reach out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Please.
but mostly have fun.
But have fun.
Yeah, always.
Okay, cool. I think that's it. Thank you guys for the stream. I enjoyed it. Thanks everyone for the questions. I really enjoyed the questions. And see you next Friday. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, and have fun, guys.
Okay, I will slowly end the stream everywhere.
Slowly but surely.
It will end